Hello, people. I figured I'd sit down and give you a little recap over the day. I tell you what, we have had fun with Rosie today. Rosie is so cool. However, it is snowing like crazy out. I hope she can get out in the morning. Hope she doesn't wind up stuck here because I know she's trying to get through to Kansas. But no, the snow is coming down like crazy out. Get an idea here. Look at the cameras, you can see it just hammering. Over here, this is Little Rascal here. This is Little Rascal up here. She's getting buried in snow. I wish her the best. I hope she can make it out. But we had a ball today. Rosie and Jen went out and went to bed. So I'm going to get in bed in a few minutes. I just figured I'd come out and have a smoke here real quick and kind of fill you in. But we had a good time. Went to dinner over at Black Eyed Pea, and God, it was good to get to meet her. She's a great person. So I love Rosie. And Jen is so sweet. And the dogs, got the little doggy George, about had the fur petted off from by Morgan. So I'm thinking George is going to sleep most of the ride tomorrow. But no, it's been a lot of fun. You know, actually getting to meet Rosie and spend some time with her and all. We had a ball. So, yeah, hello, Richard. How are you guys doing? Now, Rosie and Jen went out to go to sleep. I've got them in the RV out back. And in the trailer, because the in-laws come in for the holidays, I've got baseboard heating in behind the seating. And I've got an oil heater in there as well as the furnace. So no matter how cold it gets, I've got plenty of heat to work with. And the propane bottle actually has heat tape and a blanket around it to keep the bottle warm. Because when the temperature drops too cold, then the propane doesn't work. So that keeps the propane warm, keeps the bottle warm, so the pressure's up. And so yeah, she's good. And she's got the key to where if she needs to come in during the night or something because something's not working right, she's more than welcome to. And so, but she's looking at getting up in the morning and getting out of here probably about 7 o'clock. So I don't want to stay up too long. But man, is that snow coming down. So if you look at it here, it is just hammering. Come on. You know? If not, well, we'll get to see her for another day. But yeah, the snow is going crazy tonight. But no, Rosie and Jen, they went out to go to bed. She wanted to get some sleep because they're planning on getting up in the morning and getting rolling. She's got about 9 hours of driving. Now, if the roads are snow-packed and she's trying to get through, it could be longer. She's looking at going out Highway 24, which out there toward Calhoun and all, quite often they shut it down. No. They do pretty good, but like I said, the problem is out east, the wind and the whiteout conditions. So I wish her the best. In the morning, we'll pick it apart. See if my daughter's got school, you know, see if the roads are open out east. They always post it if there's a problem. Hello, Vicky. But it's been a fun day. I've had a lot of problems trying to walk. I've still got pinched nerves in the back here on that right leg that's presenting issues, but I'll be all right. I'll get over it. So, but no, it was great. That moonshine she brought, wow, that is some serious stuff. Considering I haven't had a drink since New Year's to begin with, just because at Christmas I had kind of a scare. I was so tired and so dehydrated and I had a couple of cherry vodkas and Sprites. And I think I was on Rosie's panel that night. And it was a case of, man, did it hit me hard. It actually scared me. It hit me so hard. And I was completely out of it pretty much all day Sunday. And by Monday, I was back to normal. So I haven't had anything to drink since. So we'll see how I do with this moonshine. But yeah, we had fun. And it's real interesting to see how it all, you know, how she does the whole YouTube bit and all. And I learned a few things from her. So she's a pro when it comes to YouTube, guys. But hopefully they're comfy. I only ran loads of laundry there. And we've got the giant LG washer, the biggest one you can get. And so everything, all the bedding, the pillows, the pillowcases, everything's been washed and run in hot water, so everything is clean. So I basically set her up as if I was going out to sleep there. So hopefully it goes good for her. But man, is that snow coming? So we'll find out in the morning. I'll keep you posted. But I love her videos when she's rolling. I get such a kick out of it. I just thought I'd come on though, and yeah, Rosie's still here. They're out back in the RV. They went out to go to sleep for the night. So Jen was ready for bed, and Rosie was wanting to get up in the morning, so she wanted to hit the bed early. So, oh, Rosie is a hoot. She is so much fun, and she is in person exactly as you see on YouTube. That's Rosie. She doesn't change in person. And their little dog George is just the sweetest little guy. And he's had so much fun. Vicky, it is snowing like crazy. Let me turn this around so you can see it. There's the cameras looking outside. And as you can see, they're getting pounded. Vehicle here is her little rascal. And same thing with it. So it's getting buried in the snow. For her sake, that she can get out of here in the morning. If I'm stuck with her for another day, I'd be a happy camper. Yeah. Welcome to Colorado night. So, does have a key though to the house, so if she's got any problems out back, I told her she's more than welcome to come on in. And so we'll see. But I tried to set her up with everything I could. She's got hot water and cold water and lots of heat and a cold refrigerator and plenty of blankets and more pillows and sleeping bags and you name it. It could be 50 below and she could be comfy out there. So. See, the in-laws come during the holidays and they're here for like Christmas and New Year's, and we put them up out there. Because the trailer almost has more luxury than the house. And, oh, well, hello, Cooper. I'm glad you could come by. But you're welcome. I just figured I'd give you guys an update on what all took place and what's going on. And I got to sit and talk to Rosie for a little bit. And I tell you what, she's such a sweetheart. She's such a darling. So... okay, fatigue is a common symptom, yeah. And with all this traveling and all they're doing, I'm sure it's rough. And I noticed, you know, at times she gets around pretty good. At times she's really struggling. You know, more than willing to help her out any chance I get. So hopefully they're comfy and hopefully she gets a good night's rest. So we'll find out in the morning. I'm on vacation this week. Yeah. Yes, you're a good friend of Rosie, Cooper. And I enjoy you, Cooper. I like you. Like seeing you on panel and all, and listening to what you get to say. So, Well, it's basically I need to rest it. And that's why the week of vacation. The problem is I usually had to take a week of vacation in January. And when Rosie said she was coming this way, I pushed it to February. And so, yeah, a little longer gap between giving it a break. But yeah, Cooper is a sweetheart. Usually I try to give it a break and rest it. The good part is if I can get the swelling down on that spine so that right leg works, then I'll be good to go back to work. And I've got 5.5 weeks of vacation to burn between here and October. Because I always like to wrap it up before October's out because I feel I need to be on the job for November and December. And my anniversary date's December 3rd. So December 3rd, I get another 5.5 weeks. I've got to burn it before that. Now, I usually forfeit one personal day just because I like sitting on a day in case I wind up in traffic court or something. I've got a day then to work with. I never burn that last day. I always forfeit it and give it away. So, but no, it's been a ball with her. And I wish her the best in the morning. But where that snow is coming down, I don't know. I drive Highway 24 on the job. I go all the way up to Simla. And she's headed clear through. But Simla is like 19 miles this side of Lyman where you pick up I-70. I imagine I-70 is well taken care of. And they do a heck of a job on trying to keep 24 open. But when you got snow and out there, it's windier than crap. And when there's whiteout conditions, they shut the road down. So I'll get up in the morning. I'll check and see, make sure it's open, make sure she's good to go. I'm sure she'll do the same. But I'm wishing her the safest trip possible. And man, is she covering the ground. Can't believe the miles she puts under every day. And Jen is holding up really well with it. I haven't had shots or anything. The doctor put me on, when he found out how much ibuprofen I was taking, he put me on a painkiller. It's basically a concentrated time-release ibuprofen. So I can take one a day, and it pretty much kills the pain all day. And as long as I'm not trying to stand on it, I'm fine sitting, laying down. If I get in the right position, I'm good. When I go to roll over, oh, does it light me up. So. But I'm hoping to rest it this week. I do need to go out and bust a bunch of wood, which, you know, even if I go out, I can do like 2 wheelbarrowfuls piled high in about 20 minutes. So I may wind up just, you know, a little here, a little there. I need enough wood to carry me for like 2 weeks. So, okay. I never heard of that. Tell you what, before it rolls, oh, ladder can. I've been drinking Rosie's moonshine, so I'm going to just do this number. That way I don't forget it by morning. So I got a picture of your comment. I'll give it a try. Yeah. Well, the biggest issue, I think, is going to be 24 getting out of here. Because from Falcon, basically from Falcon East, the wind blows, and even when it's not snowing, if they've had heavy snow, they get whiteout conditions because of the snow. It'll blow it all across, and you can't see where you're at. And at that point, the gates go down. I've gotten stuck with it many times on the job. I've had to play that game. There's been times I do everything I can to get out east of my stores, and there's no way it's going to happen. But you do what you can. And when the road's closed, they understand. Out east, they built the wind farm out there between Calhoun and Simla. where they've got all these wind turbines up out there. And the reason they put it out there is because it is freaking windy. Yeah, snow is a whiteout. When you mix it with strong wind and it takes all the snow on the side of the roads and blows it in the air where you can't see anything, and that's what I'm worried about for. I haven't really looked at the weather. I didn't see the snow coming in on the weather the other day. Well, hello, Spirit in the Sky Blue. It's good to see you. I just figured I'd come on, have a smoke, and fill you guys in on today's events. Rosie and Jen went to bed out there, so they should be nice and comfy, and should be warm, and backup heat sources there, so yeah. I'm feeling a little fuzzy in the head after drinking some of that moonshine. That is some strong stuff. Rosie knows how to make it. But oh, is it good. So, my week here, I plan on doing a bunch of videos. I am thinking tomorrow, depending on weather, I'd like to go over and look at that wedding dress again. The one that I posted back by Christmas. Because I fell in love with it. And I would so love that dress. And I'm in a spot now that I could afford to get it. So, well, hello, Jesse. How are you? I just figured I'd give you an update on today. Rosa and Jen went to bed outside there in the trailer. And so, hey, you know, she's part of the RV community. Now she's actually getting to stay in her trailer in the worst weather she wanted. Why does it have to snow tonight? You know, the trailer there, you know, I bought it brand new. And we only used it probably half a dozen times. And then when the wife was pregnant, she couldn't change elevations. So then we never used it after that. To where, you know, it's been sitting back there. We just use it as a guest house. Oh, I hope I get the dress. But I'm wanting to pick a time when the wife can go with me, because the wife actually makes wedding dresses and stuff. She had one at one point in time that sold for $4,000. And so if it needs to be tailored or anything to fit, she knows how to do it. And that's why I want her to go with me so I can try it on. She can look at it and see, is this something she can, you know, take in here or do whatever with to make it work? Or... because you can always take it in. It's a little hard to let it out. And so that way, you know, we'll find out. But I saw that dress and I fell in love with it. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I want it. So, yeah. It's only $300, but it's a gorgeous dress for $300. Now, I don't know how well it's made. That's part of the reason I want to take the wife so she can look at it. Yeah. Okay, well, Jesse, back during the Christmas holidays, I took my daughter into a store to get her a set of shoes for our daddy-daughter princess ball. And it's a store that sells wedding dresses and prom dresses. And I'd never in my life thought of wanting a wedding dress. And I walk in and there's one dress hanging up on the wall, the most gorgeous one in the whole place, I thought. The gal told me, it was my size, it's a 16W. And I'm like, my size, really? Most beautiful one in the whole store. So, I'm wanting that. I don't know what I'll do with it. I'm sure I'll have fun with it. I'm sure I'll do videos in it. You know, maybe we'll renew our vows or something. I don't know. But, yeah, it's like the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. And you know me with dresses. I love a beautiful dress. I've kind of got a dress addiction. It's like, all right, price tag, we'll figure it out. I'll make the money somehow. I'll just keep selling cases. I'm hoping it's still there. You know, they may have sold it. I don't know how many brides they get in there at a 16W, but we'll find out. So we're looking at having some fun. And other than that, I'd love to go to Dress Barn again. My problem with Dress Barn, though, is I spend a fortune every time. Not uncommon for me and the wife to go in there and drop $700. They got so much beautiful stuff in there. And the gals there, they roll the red carpet out for me. Like, I love that place. Yes, I'm addicted to my dresses. I'm sorry. I started out years ago with, like Walmart, and then I moved up from there. And now it's like it's got to be a nice, nice fabric, nice made, nice material. It's got to be a Calvin Klein or, something else nice. Yeah, we'll see, Jesse. I'm sure I'll do video with it now. Let me get to see it. But, yeah, I haven't even tried it on yet. That's why I want the wife to take a look. Because if it needs alteration, she knows how to do it. Because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got all the nice layers and everything, and it's beautiful. Okay, the snow is starting to let up a little bit. So hopefully give me clear by morning. But it was coming just a little bit ago. Now, for those of you that weren't here earlier, this here's your little way. Here it is looking down on it. And it's all covered in snow. In my lower back, the discs are like paper thin, and any swelling pinches that nerve in that leg. So if I can get the swelling to go down this week, I'll be good. I'm back at work. But this past week, I was good up until about Wednesday. And Wednesday was 14 and a half hours of running as fast as I could. And at that point, I started having problems with the leg. I made it through the rest of the week, and I was okay. By Friday night, when I got home, because Friday was about 15 hours, I pull in the driveway, and I can't even hardly walk in the house. It's like I needed to vacation. Yes! So I've got the week here to rest it and get the swelling down, and I just need to take it easy on it. But it's been so intense on the job, and trying to get ready for vacation. There's so much to get. The guy filling in for me this week is Dave, and anymore it gets to be like rocket science. Used to be you sent him the route sheet, he was good. Anymore, he's got probably 15 Excel sheets and stuff for all the different accounts and chains and all this information now, just to try to make sure that he's the best he can be out there. He's only as good as the information I give him. So if I give him all the good stuff and he knows exactly what he's doing, it'll be business as usual when I go back. So, no, I don't use the heating pad. What I've got is in the chair I sit in here all the time. I've got a vibrating pad that vibrates on the back. And one of those actually hits right on that spot on the back. And as long as I vibrate it good, I can usually get it loosened up so then I can get up and I'm good. Now, that's how I got everything done getting ready for Rosie, because there was no time all week. There was no time for anything. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jesse. Any money that I make on YouTube or on the Super Chat all goes into my daughter's educational fund. So that doesn't come to me. That goes into her fund. And that's what it's all about, is to try and help supplement her college. She wants to either be a doctor, a dentist, or a vet. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be 67 when she graduates high school. Where am I going to come up with this kind of money? So that's what the whole idea here is about. If I make money on it, great. We'll help her out. If not, we'll come up with another way. So it's for a good cause. And as you can see, little Morgan is just so cute. She's such a sweetheart. And boy, she lugged little Georgie all over the place today. Quite crazy, and he is so spoiled. Oh, that's I'm not asking for donations. It's, you know, if you want to help her out, great. She's 8.5. You know, we got 10 years to go before she goes to college. So we'll see what happens. Your son is moving out west. All right. And you got a daughter going to college. You know what the college fund is about then. Now little Georgie's having a good time. The other dogs, probably about the first 10 minutes, you know, it was all excitement. And then they all calmed down. And when we went to dinner and came back, you'd have thought they'd been living together for years. It's like all the excitement was out of their system. And at that point, you know, they just all lay down together. They're good. Oh, I'm hoping she wins some scholarships. I can't see why she won't, because she's in the talented and gifted school, and when they test her, she's so far above where she should be. So I wish her the best. The girl has an awesome future and a beautiful personality. So yeah. Oh, if you got 3 going to college, oh, I feel for you, Jesse. Oh goodness. Because yeah, with you know, her sights are set on the big money, and she loves animals. So you know, wouldn't doubt her to be a vet. And I know anytime I've got, you know, any little nick or cut, I'm on 3 different blood thinners, so I bleed like a stuck pig. And Morgan is so quick to want to go get the Band-Aids and everything to clean it up, put some ointment on it, that is her thing. So I don't know where it's heading. You know, with me, I'm on bonus overtime with my life to start with. I was supposed to be dead New Year's Eve of 2013. I had a 98% blockage in the Widowmaker. And too many things went right that day. I'm still here. And so at this point, life has no rules or regulations. I'm going to just live life and enjoy it and have a ball. And we'll see where it leads. I get people that tell me, you know, hey, you're transgender. I don't know if I am or not. With all I've done, you know, with epilating the body and everything else, I'm doing Rogaine now on the bald spot back here. And I've been doing Grecian on the sideburns because they were like snowy white. And the Grecian works really nice. It's taking that snowy white down now to where it's like a very distinguished gray. And it's getting more and more natural looking. But I'd love to grow my own hair and not need the wig. So I don't know where I'm headed. Oh, wow. You know, the morning, the New Year's Eve of 2013, I got up in the morning, and what's so ironic is my sister had lost her husband to prostate cancer. And the one thing that she made a comment about was she didn't have any access to any of his accounts. Hello, Richard. And I got up that morning, and I decided, all right, you know, I was running early. I went on ahead, and I put together a whole Excel sheet with all my logins and passwords for all my different accounts. And, you know, a little fuzzy in the head, a little mild chest pain. I'm good. I go out the door to work. I get across town to Powers and Palmer Park. Hello, Nikki. And I was a little numb in the cheeks and the lips. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll just hit the Walmart here and get me a bottle of aspirin before I head out east. I'll be fine. And when I came out of Walmart, I was getting numb in the hands and the arms, and my speech was getting slurred. And it's like, well, maybe I ought to go to the hospital and just get checked out. Took a couple of aspirin. I called my boss, and I headed over to the hospital. Now, I drove over there. I was missing blocks of time out of the drive, but I was aware of it, so I kept myself in the open. And I pull in and I park in the parking garage, and I walk all the way around the ER. And then they keep me sitting there about 15 minutes, call me back, run an EKG on me, send me back out. A couple minutes later, they come out of the back room of the gurney and 5 people and throw me on it. Down the hall we go. They draw some blood, took some x-rays, and we're rolling through the hall towards surgery. I got a gal on one side sticking the pads on my chest and plugging me into the machine to light me up. Another gal running on the other side of me here, shaving my privates here and all so they could do the incision and go in there. And I was in surgery on the table within an hour of pulling in the parking garage. And the doctor told me, he says, those 2 aspirin very well saved my life. If I'd have done nothing, I'd have been dead within a couple of hours. And if I'd have gotten my heart rate up at all, I'd have checked out even sooner, which means probably my second stroke, I'd have had my heart rate up to where it would have blown. And he says, even if you're on the table and it ruptures, they can't get in fast enough to save you. So when you look at the whole day, it's kind of mind-boggling because just so many things went right, and I cut it clear to the wire, and I'm still here. So I'm just happy every day when I wake up and I'm still alive. You know, it's great to be here. And, you know, I spent 53 years of my life, you know, proving the macho guy. And at this point, I've got nothing to prove. You know, if I want to put on a dress and go run around town, I'm going to put on a dress and go run around town. Doesn't matter. You know, society standards mean nothing to me anymore. So, yeah. But, yeah, having a daughter and everything else, it's like, they need that. And the thing is, whether I'm in a dress or in guy clothes, I'm still dad. Oh, Sambo, in my family history, most of the guys have died around the age of 50 from heart attacks, blood clots, and strokes. Now, I was 53 at the time. And I always assumed working for a company like Coca-Cola with all the physical exertion, I could beat those odds. You're not going to beat what your parents gave you. And that was what I learned from it. To where, yeah, it runs in my family history. That was my time to go. And I beat it. So, in fact, I've got one video that I did that's at Palmer Park. And it was like 48 hours after my heart surgery. And I was out there in a dress doing a video. And I was just like so happy to be alive. So that was after my second surgery. Because I've been through 2 heart surgeries now. And the funny thing is, the doctor hasn't taken my pipe away from me or anything. I'm a guy. And I'm a cross-dresser. Now, I've got a lot of friends that are telling me I'm trans. I don't know. I always assume trans is when you're on HRT. But, yeah, you know, with all the changes I've done and stuff, and uplifting the body, and, you know, I'm trying to grow my own hair under here. I'm on Rogaine. I'm doing Grecian to try to get the color back. And, you know, maybe I am trans. I don't know. I'm me. I'm not gonna put a title on it either way. So, well, you're welcome to ask questions. Well, as soon as they got the blood flowing, it's like I had energy. I was ready to go back at it. Now it was like 4 days that they basically kept me off work and, you know, tried to keep me quiet and calm. Which in the meantime, you know, I couldn't do any lifting or anything, so I did a bunch of tile repair in the shower and a little 4x6 tiles. It's like, okay, I can lift those. I got a lot of things accomplished. Yeah. But at this point, I'm going to do whatever I'm comfortable with, whatever I want to do. And it's so funny because earlier on the chat with Rosie, they were talking about the selfie stick. Now, I get people that, you know, oh, you're so brave going out and doing these things in a dress. It's funny because the fact I'm in a dress never dawns on me. The selfie stick, you're more conscious and aware of. But being in a dress, I'm more comfortable in a dress than I am in guy clothes. And I always have a good time. I always have fun when I'm out in a dress. So, and if I'm not at work, I'm always dressed. Like, you know, showing Rosie my clothes. It's like, all right, this little bit here is my guy clothes. All of this is all my girl clothes. Like, I'm down to where I got like next to nothing in guy clothes anymore. I'm just about limited to where all I've got is the girl clothes. And it's always a tough decision because I've got so many beautiful dresses. The reason I wore the red one to dinner tonight is because that's a Calvin Klein Fit and Flare. It's a real nice heavyweight fabric, so it's nice and warm. And also, if the wind blows, there's no chance it's going to blow up around my ears. It's going to stay where it belongs. And the fact that I wore the red one didn't matter what color sweater or anything I put with it. Because so many of them have the white stripes, and in women's fashions, you need to match the colors of whites. If you've got a white stripe that's really white on the dress, and you put a cream color sweater with it, it doesn't look right. So that's why I wore the red, was because then I had all my options on, do I want a sweater, do I want a jacket, what do I want to put with it? And then on shoes, originally I was going to wear my Gagas just to make Rosie feel short. But when the snow came down, it's like, I'm going to wear the boots. So it was kind of a case of, as the weather changed, what I was wearing changed. So yeah. It's not like guy clothes where you got a pair of pants and a shirt. All right, you throw a jacket over it. You got really bad snow, you put boots on. Well, with women's fashions, it's a whole nother thing. Well, the funny thing is, a woman can wear guy clothes and nobody thinks twice. You put a guy in women's clothes and there's like a stigma there. But if you're confident and you own it and you're comfortable with it, nobody says boo to you. I get more beautiful women that come over and talk to me, ask me questions, give me fashion tips. All, and it's awesome. I swear to God, it's like a bait magnet. Whereas as the guy, they're not going to come over and talk to me. So I don't know why a dress makes that kind of difference. But it's a perception thing. Ah, okay. But yeah. Oh, Morgan is such a sweetheart. You know, I'm so glad. We had a babysitter on standby if Rosie didn't want Morgan to tag him along. But Rosie was fine with everybody. And I'm going to spend time with my daughter any chance I get. You know, when Mom leaves us here together and it's me and my daughter, we always go out and have a good time and get in trouble. We have more fun together. We always have fun. And the thing is, you know, I'm at that point that, okay, kids are going to talk. Now, I knew this when she was growing up, and I was ready for it. When it got to this point, I mean, I've taken her to school and picked her up from school in a dress. Okay, her teachers know about it. Her classmates know about it. Nobody cares. I've worn a dress to my Christmas party at the Coke plant. I made Employee of the Year here at my Christmas party this past year. And I'm in a dress. Where else can a guy in a dress win Employee of the Year? I'm not drunk. I'm a little fuzzy. My speech may be a little slurred. I noticed I keep throwing the word so in there a little bit too much, but I'll be all right. Good night's rest. It'll burn out. But I've been dressing. It started in 2003 when my ex-wife went out the door. Now, she always wore a slip to bed, and I was used to curling up next to her. And when she went out the door, that was the one thing I missed, was the feel of the fabric. And so I bought a slip. and I slept with it like a teddy bear to begin with. And it was just a half slip. And then it got to the point that I tried it on one night. And when I actually tried it on, I was hooked. And then I graduated to a full slip. And when I met my wife, Kim, okay, I was in the point where I slept in a full slip every night. And hello, Nova. Hey, by the way, you're one of my moderators. Just to let you know. But, yeah, no, the first time Kim walked in my bedroom, and I had a slip laying on the bed because I didn't know I was coming home with a girl. And she asked, whose is this? And I told her it was mine. And I opened the closet door and told her I probably have a dozen more just like it in here. And she was fine with it. So she's known ever since she first came into my house that I cross-dress. And she's been fine with it the whole way. And, you know, I've blossomed out now to where, my God, I probably got 4 times the wardrobe she has. The good news is she wears the same size as I do. So, now Nova, after the chat earlier, and when you're on the cell phone, presents real issues with dealing with people. And so I was trying to think of, okay, I need some people with a wrench. So I threw a wrench in there on you because you're one of the girls that I love, I trust. You know, you're a quality person. So that's why you've got the wrench, Nova. I know you'll cover my back if I need it. So that's why I did that. And I need to give out a few more wrenches to regulars in my room. So when I'm on chats like that, somebody in there has a wrench. Because, yeah, when they start making, you know, cracks at my daughter, there's a problem with that. And I banned him on the one name, and he came right back, and so I reported him on the next name. So, I love you, Nova. You're a sweet girl, Kelly. Okay, we have got, I'm not sure what's going on with this snow out here. But here it's gone. Kind of coming. So it'll be interesting to see in the morning. Get out of here. But left of the so they're right there in the backyard. Now, she's got the keys to the trailer. She's also got keys to the back door. So if there's any issues during the night, heat doesn't work, or you know they can't stay comfy or whatever, I told her she's more than welcome to come back in the house. But with the trailer, it's a nice trailer. 333. Let me see where we are. I'm afraid to look. Current weather conditions. We are 10 degrees out, and she's in the RV in the backyard. Hopefully I don't have popsicles in the morning. Now, in the trailer, though, like I was saying earlier, I got baseboard heating that I put in behind the chairs in there because there was little gaps that it's like, all right, there's no other spot in there you could do that. So I've got a couple of baseboard heaters behind the chairs. And then I've got my oil-cooled heater out there, too, my oil-filled heater, as well as the furnace, which the furnace should do good. The problem we run into is when the temperature gets too low, the pressure in the propane bottle drops to the point that when it's like 5 degrees, you don't get propane out of the bottle. It's cold enough that the pressure is dropped to where it won't go through the regulator. So on the gas bottle is wrapped in heat tape and has a blanket around it. So that keeps the bottle warm. And so that way she should have propane without a problem. And so, yeah, she should be good for whatever. You know, she's got the other backup heaters, too. So she's welcome like I briefed you on what was going on, and you know, hey, take advantage of it. So. So I missed why you were getting a lawyer. And I just thought I'd come on here and kind of give you an update of today. I tell you what, it's so surprising that when Rosie pulls up out front that, yeah, it's Rosie. Spitting image of what we listen to here every night on the live streams. And, you know, she is just so cool, so down to earth, so knowledgeable. I mean, she's a very intelligent woman and just the nicest person. I feel honored getting the action for the night. However, it looks like Mother Nature has a different story here. Maybe Mother Nature's trying to keep her here. But anyhow, you know, we're well set here. You know, we heat with wood, and we use the furnace for backup. Because basically on wood, I've got it down to our quarter wood cost me about $12. It's all labor. And so I can burn the heck out of the fireplace and it doesn't cost squat to heat the house. Which the advantage to that is if the power goes out or anything else, we still have heat. Now, you know, we have a generator on the back porch. We've got plenty of power to run the house if we need it. In the house here, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the ceiling, but there's little blue LEDs throughout the house that run off the solar panel on the house. And they're always on. It would burn more electricity to shut them off than what they burn. And so they're always on. And that way you have light through the house in the middle of the night. Now in the bathroom and the kitchen, they're white. And they're bright enough to where you can come out and get your glass of milk at midnight and never have to turn on the light. I get up and take a shower in the morning, never need to turn on the light. So we're covered. This is Colorado. You never know what's going to happen. You get a heavy freezing rain, it takes the power lines out. So then I've got a light in the other room that's tied in with the battery here that's on that solar panel. So we always have a light that we can turn on and have light in the living room. So we're covered. I've got plenty of food in the house. I got plenty of water. I'm sitting on 260 gallons of water. I got a 6-month supply of food in the bedroom. So no matter how bad it gets, what happens, we're going to be fine. We're going to be toasty warm. We're going to be well fed. Okay, what I'm running on cameras here, these are Amcrest. And as you can see, you know, this is their infrared looking out in the dark. Now, when it's no snow on the ground and completely dark, what's beautiful is use picture. I mean, these things will see like 600 feet in the dark. Now, they're all on an NVR up here, which is a network video recorder with a 4 TB drive. And that runs us, we get probably 26, 27 days out of it before it rewrites over it. So, you know, if something happens, we've got a couple weeks to play with before we pull video. And when you pull it up over here, it gives you the whole graph where you get the little yellow box every place the camera was activated. And depending on how long, it could be a little dash or it could be a long one. And it really narrows it down as to where to look. So it makes it pretty easy to pull the video. And then all you do is plug a thumb drive into it and download it to it. And I've got my cord. Okay, it runs around behind here. So it's up here behind this little keyboard here. And I just plug my thumb drive into there and just download the video to it. And then I've got a converter program that just converts it over into a regular Windows media file. and I can crunch it any way I need it. The cameras are a pain in the neck to configure because you've got to plug it in before you can give it a password. However, if it doesn't have a password before you plug it in, it doesn't see it. And then it's a pain in the neck getting it to take a password. So when you start out, you configure it with your cell phone to the wireless. And then when you plug them in on a cord, because I can either run wireless or on a cord. Now, wireless, I have access to it from the cell phone and everywhere else. On the cord, I'm supposed to have access to it, but I've got a problem with the DNS settings where anything that's corded, I can't access with the phone. But I've got one camera that's still on the phone and all the rest are corded. So Kelly, you off this week at all? Are you going to be doing any hangouts? Because I'm on vacation for the week. I'm tired tonight. I'm going to go get bed in a few minutes. But I love your hangouts. Now let me take a look real quick and see if she still has school in the morning or if they're going to delay her. Because where that snow's coming down, I'm thinking roads aren't going to be good in the morning. All right. I will be watching for you, Kelly. There's a lot of times I'm hanging on your hangouts. I may not always be in the side chat, but tuned in and just listening while I'm doing my thing. But yeah, it's still coming down. At this point, Crowley County schools are all 2-hour delay. La Junta and Swink is 2-hour delay. Everybody else is still showing as scheduled. And I haven't seen school district yet. So. Well, Colorado Springs is really interesting. It was one of those that first time I came out west, first time I saw the Rockies, I cried. I'd been through the Smoky Mountains so many times, and I thought I knew what mountains were. When we pulled into Denver, as soon as I stopped, and I'm sitting there looking at the mountains, I cried. It was just so beautiful. It's like, wow. Now, Denver, a little too big a city for me. Colorado Springs, now, I was used to Fort Myers, Florida. And at that time, the population density of Colorado Springs was about identical to Fort Myers. So it's like, okay, I'm comfortable with that kind of population. So that's why we moved to the Springs. And as long as you're in toward the mountains, it's the most fabulous place to be. You get out on the plains, and there's pretty much nothing but wide open plains. You know, and the fact that it can go from being so flat to so mountainous instantly is kind of mind-boggling. Now, we're in the shadow of Pikes Peak, so quite often on the snow, we don't get it. If it comes out of the west at all, we're going to get nothing. Everybody around us will get it, but here at the house, we're not going to see it. So it takes either an Albuquerque low or Wyoming high for us to really get hammered. No, I haven't looked to see what's going on or where this is coming from. I didn't even see this on the weather report. Looked like it was going to pretty much be nice weather all week in the upper 40s. So, in fact, we're getting snow tonight. Don't know. It was like last week. They didn't have any snow in the forecast. And then Thursday night, we got like 2 inches. And I wake up Friday morning and it's like, okay, where did that come from? And when you check the weather page, it's like all they showed was we were supposed to get a little snow for an hour, but it snowed all night. So even the weatherman can't figure it out for here. Oh, why did you erase your Elon Musk? I was picking on Rosie though about the van, because if you listen to it when she's doing the live streams, it sounds like it's rocket powered. And the way she's driving in the left lane at 100 miles an hour, you'd think it was rocket powered. That little van, she is going to run the heck out of it on this trip. That girl makes some time on the road. Well, the mountains here really screw the weather up. You know, down in Florida, they were always dead on it because there was nothing to affect it. Out here, slight change in the wind direction makes all the difference in the world on what happens. You know, it could be this snow here. Maybe we suddenly got a breeze out of the west, and at that point, we got the snow here. But what's coming coming in from the east, we get the snow. If it's coming from the west, we're not going to get it. So I'm not quite sure where this is coming from. But no, Rosie and Jen are so sweet. Everybody else that gets to meet her, they'll love her too. I mean, she's a great person. I'm tickled to death that I had the opportunity to meet her. She's the first person I met off of YouTube, and couldn't be a nicer person. I know Jimmy Rance lives about 5 miles from here. And, you know, I've offered even to, you know, take him to dinner and all. And he's a little intimidated about a guy in a dress. So, but that's Jimmy. I'll have to see in the morning what weather conditions are like. And she's planning on getting up about 7 o'clock, so I'm going to go hit the bed here shortly and get some sleep. And I'll be up early, and that way I can have some time, check into what's going on. Is it safe for her to go? Can she get through? Because it's really misleading here at the house, because you'll look out at the street here and think, man, there's no way we're going anywhere. And as soon as you get down the street and get to the main road will be well taken care of. So it's going to have to wait and see. They start delaying school. That's kind of your first indication the roads are out of hand. If they cancel school, might as well throw the towel in because the roads are ugly. Now, Highway 24 out east, I run that 2 days a week, and I have seen more plows on that road than on any other road. They try very hard to keep it open, keep it clear. And if you've ever driven 24, beautiful wide lanes, wide shoulders, and more accidents than you've ever seen, and you wonder why. Well, I watched one day. I was behind a box truck, and there was a car between me and him, and he stopped to turn left. Well, the guy between us decides he's going to pass him on that shoulder on the right. Well, there was a van that was turning left in front of him, and he T-boned it and shot him clear off the road and rolled him in the ditch. And it's a case of, Why was he passing on the shoulder at a high rate of speed? And people do stupid things. They're so afraid to take their foot off that gas pedal. So yeah. Ooh, you know, hot vegetable soup sure does sound good looking at it in the snow. Any kind of hot soup sounds good when it's snowing. And I always love homemade soup. I used to do some pretty good ones. I used to do a ham and potato with cheese, and that was great. And of course, I do a real good chicken noodle soup, and gosh, there were several others I was doing. Clam chowder, love clam chowder. So I don't remember what they all were, but it's been a long time. It's 1 a.m. there. What time is it here? 23:05. It's 11 o'clock here, 5 after 11. Somewhere in there. See, I used to pack a lunch for work, and anymore, when I get up in the morning, I don't even think food. I want coffee. I get my coffee, I head out the door. So, edible brownies. I love chocolatey brownies, just don't spike them. I don't know if Rosie's got a snow brush or not, but I own one. Deep, I go out with the broom for a scraper. Her little van is. I wonder if I should clean it up against the trailer before I go to bed so she can. I plan on getting up early. Andrea. All day. And I'm always on the move. And so, like, every convenience store has Weenie Roller or taquitos. I love it when I got Mavericks, because I got Mavericks on the route and I hit them right there in time for lunch. They've got a Cinnabon, so always got to have my cinnamon rolls. And then they do some really good burritos. They make them fresh. And I love the burritos. So if I can hold out till then, I will. Other than that, I'll squeak by on Slim Jims and Skittles to keep me going until I can get there. But I've got a Cinnabon addiction. And the girl in there thinks it's so cute. She's always got them waiting for me when I'm ready. But no, usually anything I eat on the job, it's something I can eat while I drive. Well, you can't walk into a place with Cinnabon and not get a cinnamon roll. It just smells so good. I think that's why they do so well with it. Nothing smells better than freshly baked cinnamon rolls. And one of the tricks in the Publix markets, because every time you walk in, it always smells like fresh bread baking. And they actually have fans built in that take that smell out of the bakery and blows it around the store. And I always thought that was kind of bizarre. But the smell of fresh baked breads, actually, it's like a psychological thing. It's kind of like a comfy, homey feeling, and you're actually more inclined to buy more groceries and all with that. And so it's a marketing tactic they use. Well, I'm thinking I probably ought to get off of here and go get some sleep. And that way I can get up and check the weather, check the roads, and maybe shovel a path so Rosie can get in the house. And we'll see if this blows over. Anyway, let me check real quick on the weather. Take a look and see what they're saying. Because if it's going to be done here shortly, then yeah, shovel a path. Now my front walk, I haven't had to work. My neighbor go. And now when we get snow, he is out there. He'll clean my front walk off and everything. I won't even know he's been out there yet. But he's just loving playing with the snow blower. And so it's like, that's so nice. Hey. Oh, geez. The whole radar picture is blue. And showing the snow till midnight. And then they're showing mostly cloudy through 2 a.m., partly cloudy, and clear by 6 a.m. So we should have a beautiful sunny day in the morning. Yeah, we got a couple more hours of it. Yeah, the radar picture here. Let me blow this up here. Come on. I clicked on it. There it goes. So the weather picture right now, it's coming over us. They're showing it all blue. And yeah, up to, okay, this is, the end of it is, so maybe in a couple hours it will quit. And then maybe she'll be okay. As long as I got time to clear roads in the morning, she's good. Yeah, I'm looking outside here, and it's like, goodness, there's quite a bit of snow there. Like I say, in the community here, it's tough call on what the main roads are like. Can't go out without getting popcorn. Always gotta have popcorn at the movies. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it a night, guys, and I'm gonna get off of here. And I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll be up in the morning. And you never know. Maybe I'll get to live stream Rosie on the way out. You know me. Hey, dreams. So we'll see how it all works out. But you guys have a good evening. And I'm going to get some rest. And thank you so much for coming. Night.